Crash Bandicoot has been a huge success lately. It all started with the 2016 game Skylanders Imaginators. Unfortunately, the game didn't really get much attention because people were tired of Skylanders, didn't like Skylanders, or couldn't play Skylanders. He even appeared in the show Skylanders Academy, and he was able to speak for the first time, which is honestly great, but it still didn't get much attention. Regardless, in 2017, Crash Bandicoot actually returned, was actually remade or remastered, however you wanna call it, in the n.tropy. It was a great game despite having some flaws, like basically Crash feeling heavier. Other than that, it's great. 2 years later we got another remake, this time a true remake, not a remaster plus as the version said, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. It remade 2 games, but there are lots of content there. Now it was well praised, and it actually made the fandom much bigger in the world. The fandom grew a lot more thanks to characters like the Nitro Squad and popularized skins in the franchise again after Crash Tag Team Racing introduced them. It's an amazing game really, and it became really popular. And then the next year we got Crash Bandicoot 4. It proves that the series is rebooted, and it was a great return to the series. Despite the hard difficulty, it was honestly amazing. One of the best platformers there, and a true comeback to the series. And the next year we got Crash on the Run. It was the only game in the modern games that didn't go to consoles or PC. For a mobile game it was decent, but unfortunately it didn't last long. Sadly they announced the shutdown on my birthday, but whatever. Anyway, at the Game Awards we got a new game announcement. In 2023 we finally got a new game. The rumored Wumpa League game. It was called Crash Team Rumble. Many fans were skeptical because it was an online only game. Many fans were hoping for either Crash 5, Crash to Infinity remake or Crash Bash remake, but regardless we got this. So is it really a worthy game, or is it a cash grab? Now let's check it out. Unlike other games, it's an online only game, which means there's no single player content. To be fair, there is a single player content that needs online, and basically this is the training mode. Now regardless, the game is a MOBA game, not exactly an advanced MOBA, not something like League of Legends or Dota 2, something more like Pokemon Unite. It's a simpler version of a MOBA. It's pretty simple really. You basically have to collect 2000 Wumpa fruits. 4 players have to collect Wumpa fruits before the other team collects them. The first team to collect 2000 Wumpa fruits wins. There are 3 types of players: scorers, blockers, and boosters. Scorers are much better at collecting Wumpa fruits. They're the ones who take the Wumpa fruits and score them at the goal. Blockers are basically really good at attacking. They're used to stop other players from the other team from scoring. And then you have boosters. It's a players that activate boosters and collect power-ups to help other teammates. Despite having 3 types of players, while not really the same, but you can play as anyone and you will still be in either team. For example, Crash Bandicoot is a scorer, but he can still attack well as a and becomes a blocker. There are 8 players at launch, and n.brio was released later in the update, and more to come. The boosters are Crash, Alternate Tana, and the new character Catbat. Blockers are Dingodile, n.brio, Female n.tropy, and n.brio. Boosters are New Cortex and Coco. Some characters can be fun like Catbat, Dingodile, and so many more. Others can be a little hard to get used to like Cortex. This is really all you do in the game. You basically try to collect the most Wumpas to win. The only mode, there's really no other mode. Like there's no single player content as I mentioned. There's no time trials. There's no anything. Only this. Which makes me believe that this game is a cash grab. And it is a cash grab actually. You can't deny it. Well, it costs $30. Well, it may sound cheap, but it's too much for a mobile game. Another thing is the graphics. They look great. They look like Crash Bandicoot 4. So you can clearly tell that this is part of the game. The music isn't really bad here, but it's not original. It's all remixes of old games in the series, mainly the Naughty Dog games and Crash Bandicoot 4. It's honestly not a bad game. Now you're probably wondering, where are the skins? Skins here are better and worse at the same time. Better as in you can actually customize more with the hat, staff, backpacks, and so many more. You can also make them wear other things. But the skins themselves, they are very few and far in between here. Maybe more will come, but for now it's only very few, and not all of them look good really. They don't look good compared to Crash Bandicoot 4 or Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Overall, this isn't really a bad game. Far from it, honestly. It's a very unique take on MOBA games. It's honestly a really fun game to play, but there's no denying that it can get a little boring quickly. There's no denying that this could have been a DLC or an update for Crash Bandicoot 4. In fact, it should have been an update or a DLC for Crash Bandicoot 4. It would have had more player base and people would have loved it more. The main thing, this game doesn't have a story, alright? No, you're wrong. It does have a story, sort of. It will get comics like many online only games like Overwatch and Team Fortress 2. The story will be written through it. There's even one as an introduction for that new character Cat Bat. I do have something that you might like actually about this game. The trophies for achievements. In online only games like Overwatch tend to have really, and I mean really hard achievements and trophies that require you to grind for so long, and you have to play with certain characters in a specific way, and you have to win like many matches in a row and so on. But not this game. This game, for an online only game, it has an extremely easy online trophies. They're all pretty simple. Most of them require you to just play the game. Few will require you to do certain things with the character, but it's one for each character and that's it. It's honestly a great game. I'm having fun with it. But here's the problem. I really want to recommend this game, but I know that I can't. If you're like me who has internet problems, then you might not be able to play it much. And depending on who you ask, it can get repetitive. I don't play this all day like many who play online only games all the time. I play this every once in a while, more than once a day, a few times, but so it's really hard to recommend, but I do want to recommend it, so I'm not really sure. Maybe get it at your own risk if you're okay with online only games. And for those who are saying that this isn't fun to watch, this is the problem. It was designed to cash in on the esports trend, but while it's fun to play, but not fun to watch. If you want to play it, you have to play it at your own risk. It's a fun game really, but you might ask yourself if it's worth it. 7 out of 10 for me. Thank you guys for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for more.